Before we get into today's video, I'll ask if you like and subscribe. We're trying to get to 1800 subs. Thank you. Alright guys, we are back for another Five Nights Tower Defense video, and today I'm going to be covering something that has bothered me pretty massively about the Wild West update and the trajectory of this game in terms of where we're going with power creep and the time investment expected of players. Now, of course, as most of you probably know about the update beforehand, they spoiled it. Leviathan, Valkyrie, and Shadow Bonnie, we're going to get their evolutions for the update. Everyone's very excited for this because Leviathan has been pretty useless for a long time now. Valkyrie's, I mean, she got a buff, but then she got, people were excited for her to evolve. And Shadow Bonnie was always, he was a good unit, but, having a full AoE actually be decent would be, obviously very good. Now, the problem is, obviously, all the evolutions so far, the max cost that we've had so far, I believe, is Fractured Bonnie. He costs a ridiculous amount. We called this out when it came out. He's still costing a ridiculous amount. Pretty sure the Master Puppeteer is also in this kind of same class, where he's just costing way too much. Yeah, 50, yeah, no, this is just way too much for a unit evolution to cost. So we're calling that out, right? That was pretty bad. That probably needed to be nerfed, but then, you'll understand our surprise when Leviathan Mangle is costing 25 agony, with 100 of the hourglasses there, and 2,000 souls. Agony's 1%, it's a 1% drop, and I think it's like a 2.5, or maybe even less. I honestly can't remember off the top of my head. Shadow Bonnie wasn't, I guess it's not the most ridiculous in the world. It's somewhat reasonable, and Valkyrie is kind of in the same league as this. I'm pretty sure actually it's slightly, arguably, I think it's actually slightly better. Yeah, 100 blocks. Actually, no, it's worse, isn't it? No, it's slightly better, but yeah, no, this is ridiculous. Let me just go get a Souls calculator out, and we can work out why this is absolutely insane. Alright, so Leviathan, we'll just use Leviathan as an example. Leviathan is around 14,000-ish value. This is how much it's going to cost you in Souls to upgrade him or to evolve him. 54,000. This is ludicrous, alright? I want you to understand that this is not acceptable, and I'm going to voice my oh my god, it's got up as well. Okay, so it's actually going to cost you, Leviathan costs 20k now. So this is going to cost you 74,000, not included, so about 70, probably about 80,000 for all the other stuff as well, the Crying Children, the soul requirements and such. You're not going to be able to grind all this, realistically, unless you're no-lifing. And this is where my concern for this game is kind of starting to creep up. It's been starting to creep for a while now, but this is starting to really accelerate my concern. This is ridiculous. This should not be an expectation. This should not be something that people are expected to do. And the fact that it's for 2 of the 3 main evolution units, this means that this is going to happen to all of the Nightmares. So the Nightmare in the Wild West update currently is probably going to evolve, and it's probably going to cost 25 agony and 100 or whatever these are. This is ludicrous. This should not be a thing. What's kind of funny is I would not advise Leviathan. Leviathan Mangle is not worth to evolve, because Agonized Springtrap costs I don't know, way less, probably a tenth. I think it's about a tenth of this. You can get an Agonized Springtrap, and he's replicating probably about 70 to 80% of what Leviathan's doing, so it's not even if you get this guy, it's just a massive L. Same thing with Valkyrie. She's single target, she's got very high DPS, but she's not good enough to do all of this. This is way too much. To contextualize this, right, the most expensive unit in the game is a client, a base, non-shiny. The most expensive in the game was a Flame Empress Chica, 30k. She wasn't the best unit in the game or anything, she was just there's very few of her exist. She hasn't been duped, so she's much more expensive than War Machine. 30k, so we've gone up. We've crept the expense by more than double in one update. This is not acceptable, this is not good, this is not good, alright? This needs to be changed as soon as possible in my opinion. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.